Howdy, I'm Utica, otherwise known as Ethan.
And hey there, pretty lady. I'm Twink. And you're watching
The Stitch.
Project Runway. Girl, this week you really took the runway part to heart.
Baby,
It's
always.
been a big week for you, of course, on the show, but also outside of the show.
Well, I had my first runway show. It was amazing. It was just fabulous. It was for Queer AF. And mama, I've done some cool shit, but this was in like the top 5. Like the energy in the room was incredible. The people were fabulous. The young queer youth, educating them on how, a fashion show should go and how there are no limits. You can do whatever you want to do in fashion, and just have a community-based fashion show was really incredible.
Complete side tangent. This thing was organized to a fucking T.
Oh, yes.
I have never been in a room with drag queens and heard the words, "We are running ahead of schedule."
Also, let's talk about Raja.
Girl, let's talk about Raja. Holy
Everything.
shit.
You just exist in a whole nother realm. And so being able to work with you in this regard was truly inspirational. And it made our hearts sing the way that you grace us all with your presence and your performances. And I hope to get to work with you again in the future, because it was really sickening.
It was so special.
Fabulous time.
Shout out to all of our friends in Worcester. Y'all are so fierce. Please come to Chicago. We miss you.
We miss you.
It is with unwavering grace that Joan is eliminated at the top of this episode.
You're beloved, you're kind, and we miss you already. We love you.
So many of the other designers are sent home, and they're like, well, thanks. And then they awkwardly walk to the back of the stage. Not Joan. Everyone is sobbing. Heidi gives her a pep talk. They even give her a flashback package of all of her sweetest moments.
They edit it to be like she died.
I didn't want to say it, but it does kind of give an in memoriam edit.
I'm glad that they showed a little bit of the cinnamon rolls that I would do to send everybody off. Yeah. I do this thing that I learned from Christian Summer Camp.
Hi, Christian Summer Camp.
Make a line of all the people. You all hold hands, and then the person who's leaving is at the end, and you have them spin inward, and we all become this big cinnamon roll of love, and we squeeze and we jump and we scream their name, and we send them a beautiful send-off. We did that for pretty much all the contestants every single time when they left.
Well, now it is officially top 6 of Project Runway. Were you nervous? Because this is the episode that you went home on Drag Race.
Yeah.
Were you scared that it could be, I don't know, a roast this week?
I was looking forward to this episode because I was like, oh, I cannot let myself fall into victim of 6th place.
It would be such a good storyline. And producers know. They know that type of shit. And the internet would eat that up. If it did happen to be a roast, what would be some roasts you would give your fellow contestants?
Oh, I'm living my...
This is elder abuse.
If why twins, why kiss?
They did kiss on the lips this episode.
Heidi was like, oh, that's so cute. Well, she's married to a twin, so I'm sure she's like, oh.
Ew, she is a pervert.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Don't look behind you. Before we even announce this week's challenge, there's some footage of y'all in the house doing yoga at the dining room table, having fun.
Sponsored by
Katya. Why didn't they show more of that in the episode?
Yeah, so in the artist lofts where we were at, we had a little yoga studio with all the Kalia stuff.
That's
jump
so
ropes, bands. We got to take some home after the show. I have a bunch of Kalia stuff in that drawer.
We love you, Kalia. Almost as much as we love
Sarah
Friction
Foster.
Pen. Sarah
Friction
Foster.
pens.
The challenge is announced. The designers are corralled to the runway. You thought last week there was pony drama. This week, Christian is on a horse.
How did he get up there?
How is he getting off?
What booster seat did he have to...
He looks very nervous.
I don't think he's ever seen a horse before.
I don't think a horse has ever seen him before. Imagine how the horse feels.
They tried to keep us away from set for a while to so they could get the horse
Get
in.
the horse in.
But I knew right away there's a horse trailer outside. And I'm from a farm. I could smell it.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a horse here.
You're like, No, it's a horse.
But see, I was expecting a cow.
Oh, because cowboy.
Cowboy.
But I feel like that would be dirtier. Oh,
Yes, it would.
is that offensive to cows?
No.
Oh, good.
No, that's just part of their MO. The front, gorgeous. The back, I've seen men like that. Mm-mm.
They don't have the budget for more than a one-day challenge, but they have a budget for a pony. Misplaced.
Speak on it. It's kind of bittersweet when you see this expensive stuff come in the studio and we're just like, you couldn't afford another model in the same size? That's crazy.
Yes. It's time to announce this week's challenge. I mean, it's pretty easy to tell what it is. Heidi is sat on her throne of hay while Christian awkwardly stands behind her, like just far enough where it's weird. She announces that this week you'll be making Western couture.
Baby, Western chic, let's go.
Which is pretty up your alley.
Absolutely. I come from a little hodunk farmland. And so, yeah, I feel like this challenge is like going back to my roots. It is giving me a chance to show what I think can be a Western ideal, but really put it into my like fantasy land of high fashion. So yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun.
The designers are released into mood and everybody runs to the suede and leather, but not VJ. She has to run to the plastic tablecloths because she is different.
We have no idea what she's doing ever. So
She's very hush hush.
yes,
I love it.
where Jesus is always picking on her. Just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. Oh. And they just love to banter. I was looking for stuff. I found this really cool burgundy, like faux leather that was corded. So it's like a sweater. Christian actually helped me get the crocodile skin. He's like,
He helped you?
yeah, he helped me. And I was like,
Christian
yes,
helped
because I was
you?
looking for stuff and I was this and that. And he's like, in the corner.
Aw.
And I was like, and so I looked and I was like, why not? Like, this is one of the few moments that he's been like, go do that, baby. Go.
Queen Christian.
Yeah. And yeah, I looked at it and I was like, that's it. And I paired it with the burgundy leather. I was worried because my hands really started to hurt after streetwear.
Sure.
And when I was checking out, I was like, is this bad that for my hands? Like, am I going to be able to do this with how much I was hurting? Moving forward in the workroom, I would have a medic near me most of the time because my hands really started to hurt.
Wow.
The leather actually wasn't the problem, and it was so easy to work with. I was really gagged because it's like, it's a little bit of stretch to it. It did what I wanted. I love it. I love the tones. I thought it would look so beautiful on the skin. But this, I don't know if you can see that, but like, it's corded. It looks like a sweater. Like, feel it. Well, we have gloves on.
We're on with it. Wow. No, I can. Ooh, wait. What
back.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh wait, like is an actual knit on the back?
It's like you don't have to line it.
Cool. I've never seen anything like that.
I love it. I think it's so cool. It's got structure. It's got a slight stretch to it, so like it'll really contour to the body. When I found these two combos, I was like, okay, there it is.
It's the first day of work in the workroom. Christian comes in and he discovers that you grew up on a farm.
Yes.
And he's gagged.
He's gagged.
Which is weird because you give like
farm girl.
Farm girl.
Yeah. I grew up in a hodunk farm town. We had like 40 head beef cattle, Angus, and we had 40 head. Head means like how many you have. And
I was like, that's a big cow.
Baby. Yeah, wide open farmland, just homegrown, hard work, raising all the animals.
Do you feel like the amount of work that you did on the farm like informs how you go about drag now, like the commitment you have to the work?
Yes. For many years, it was hard labor constantly, and that's what keeps the farm going. And so when I moved into costuming, it is a lot of labor, a lot of time. Making fashion, it's a lot of planning, like lots of hands-on treatment. And I was like, well, I was already bred up to have that energy already, so I really translated over because it's just hard work ethic.
Jesus is leaning more into a Western indigenous perspective, and it's cool to have a person that can kind of go to the roots of this style, and especially on this platform, being able to reclaim a style that's been kind of co-opted by the white conservative Christians. The textures and the braiding and his styling choices this episode are really cool and set him apart in a big way.
Absolutely. I feel like the twins really know this style. And really, really nailed it.
Jesus has chosen this beautiful leather, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, during the interfacing process, he totally burns the fuck out of it.
Yes. Also, why do you need to interface leather?
That was my next question. What the fuck was the goal there?
We want structure wherever we can get it.
But
And then it
leather
went,
already
"Wah!"
has body to it. That's why you use leather.
The way you interface leather is you just sew it all on. There's no nothing. You just go into it. Yeah,
That was
you know.
good. For Snatch Game, you should be an iron.
Oh.
You were so right that the burn marks look like pit stains.
Yes. I said no, girlie. No. Something that they didn't show is me and him dived into the idea. It's like, you need to burn it. And you need to get in there with a lighter.
So that was an actual burnt textile because it
Yep.
looked on camera. It looked a bit like it was painted.
Oh no, it was burnt. We
Cool.
took some like to it. I'm interested to see what it would have looked like if I didn't let him know that it was Pit Stain Sally over there.
It's tough because he now has to pivot. Do you think he should pivot into like a strappy top?
Ooh, Miss Bando Top.
Ooh, maybe
How
a
many
fat
Bando Tops have we seen in this competition?
I can't even count that high. But yours is definitely plagiarism. VJ doesn't even come up to you. She goes up to one of the twins.
To Jesus,
To
of all
Jesus.
people, who they are at each other's necks the whole time.
Yeah, but
what
then
is
they
she trying
hang
to
out
play?
in the workroom every day. It's
Weird.
like, are they actually enemies or do they just like the TV? Because let me tell you, VJ is so good at this TV. She accuses you of plagiarism while she has an actual tea prop. Like she's leaned up against the table, stirring not just the metaphorical tea, but the physical. I'm going,
Right.
do you think like maybe? I mean, I don't want to start anything, but I guess I should talk to him. It's like Housewives.
She came up to me and spewed this. I was so over it. Me in this
You
episode,
look-
I'm over it the whole
You
time.
look exhausted.
I'm so tired. My hands hurt so bad. I have zero patience for any bullshit in this episode. And I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I'm so over it. And when she comes over, it tips it over. I was like, what are you talking about? How does crocodile equal wool, Miss Thang? I was like, no, girl.
Well,
No,
you made
girl.
a dress and she also made a dress. So I feel like you should get kicked off.
Also, listen,
Okay.
I am not paying attention to any of her looks in this competition. I'm flabbergasted by this because no way in hell would I want to copy her work, especially not the boring challenge. Also, why are you not making your look right now and you're coming and bothering me? The
Well,
fuck?
it was a quick outfit to make. I think VJ is great at TV, and I think VJ saw her moment to like do another storyline, and she took it. Yuchin doesn't even know who Dolly Parton is.
I think this is the moment that you, the audience, can take away his gay card. That's gacky.
No.
Yes!
It's a
He's
cultural,
gotta go.
It's a cultural difference thing.
But she's booby mommy. She's the blonde bombshell.
Well, I'm Booby
She
Mommy
is-
too, but he doesn't know who I am, so maybe that's even more offensive. No, what I'm saying is that this is just like on Drag Race when there's a comedy acting challenge and it's a total disadvantage to the ESL queens.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. You're right.
do you think that it is on production to help enlighten him on the theme? Because it's just a cultural difference.
Yeah, because at this point, they're making fun of him for not knowing who he is.
Yes.
He is so out of his element in this. So he's already at a disadvantage. And especially coming off of last week.
He has a lot to prove.
A lot to prove because he was in his element with the challenge and he flopped it. And now with this one, he is already he's out of his element again.
Yeah.
So it's just like a double whammy.
I genuinely think it's a form of respect to like explain to the designers what the theme is and to make sure everyone's on the same page, because he's obviously so talented, and just with a bit more context of the theme, it would be a level playing field.
Exactly. And it starts at mood as well.
Yeah.
The textile does not read Western at all.
Which one? What was his textile?
He had
the glitter.
silver sequin.
Merry Christmas time.
Also, I think it's interesting
Happy
that
holidays.
a lot of the designers are really swinging big in the competition and they're trying things out and whatnot. Yuchen, who is so immensely talented in the streetwear land. Like have you seen the stuff he wears in the workroom?
Yes,
it's
I have.
Amazing.
And he could totally do a streetwear Western look.
Yes.
That would be a wonderful crossover and still be completely honest to his brand.
Exactly.
I think what's happening is he's experiencing the Madeline effect of being a great designer, but just being burnt out by these one-day challenges.
Yeah, he's definitely
They spent
burnt
all
out.
the money on Christian's pony. Speaking of Christian's pony, the models come in, led by Christian, on a teeny tiny toy pony.
Which is appropriate to his size.
Christian enters on a tiny pony.
Appropriate.
We don't really get to see much of your model fitting, which I assume means it went smoothly and chill.
No.
Oh,
It did not go smoothly or chill. I got my measurements wrong. Very, very wrong.
How so?
I doubled the size of the dress by accident because I wanted to do panels on the sides, and I was cutting it out and measuring everything, and I'm like, it seems a little big, but it'll be fine. But then I put it on her, and I was like, oh, this is double the
you must have been
size.
exhausted to miss that.
Oh yes, and it's a fully lined panel, like everything's lined. I'm really glad they didn't show a lot of the fitting because it was hard. Like getting that to fit, I was like, oh no, I did it wrong because I think she is.
Didn't.
I forget what size she is, but I think I had to go down like 6 to 8 sizes. The breasts for that particular look were definitely a challenge. And I think in the time constraints, I got them to the best I could. If I had just a little bit more time, I would have done cutouts underneath to alleviate the stress.
You love to do cutouts underneath.
I do. Well, here's the thing. A lot of my girlfriends, complain about boob sweat. And I'm thinking of like, oh, if a woman is going to wear this, how can I alleviate the sweating in a garment that is full faux leather?
It's now time for the runway. Heidi struts out. Ethel Kane struts out to present the guest judges. Mickey Guyton, who was amazing.
She offered such a positive, loving perspective. She really critiqued the clothes in a way that was productive, was clear and forthright, and I think she offered a really good buffer between all the other critiques on the panel.
I thought this woman was maybe 29. She is 42 years old.
Yes, and a trailblazer, the Oregon trailblazer.
The other guest judge is Zach Posen.
Yes.
We're getting sexy guys 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, our favorite thigh gap. We love him.
Oh my God, he's getting hotter with age.
Yes, he is. His brows are getting thicker.
You know what else is... Oh, you go.
No, you go.
You know what else is great? Fashion. Do you want to stitch it or ditch it?
Let's stitch it and ditch it.
And up first on the runway, we have Jesus.
I really think the burning of this look took it where it needed to be.
It was a great pivot.
Yeah, it really was great. And leather, it's expensive. And I think he elevated the leather.
He elevated all the textiles on this too. Like that, what would you call it? A doily textile almost. I love that he added the fringe to it in different layers.
Yeah.
That really brought it as a jacket. I mean, he does love to do a 2-piece in a jacket.
Yeah.
But when it's good, it's good. I wish there was more burns.
Yeah.
Specifically on the skirts. If there was a few more, perhaps coming from underneath the skirt, I think it would be a cohesive thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't mind it. I think that having the skirt be clean is a nice little area to just, we like clean skirt.
But there's a tiny burn right here that's covered by the belt.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I like it a lot. I love the fringe. The one critique that I have is there are so many bandeau tops.
Yes.
So many. Yuchin, Jesus, Antonio. It's
Jesus again.
It's just bandeau top land.
Yeah. Well, this one is slightly draped, so.
Yeah, it really contours the boobs nice. So I get that part. The thing is, I think it really works with the look. So it kind of leads itself to bandeau top. Also, Jessica looks incredible in a bandeau top.
Yeah.
So is it the model that is making it not critiquable? But otherwise, I think it's a total stitch.
I
It's
agree
really
with you.
Amazing.
I think this is a stitch.
Yeah. And now we have Melania from Toy Story kind of energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jill.
Sally. Nope. That's Jessie. It's Jessie Down.
Jessie Mueller from Toy Story. I appreciate that it's clean. It's a little repetitive. I feel like I've seen this from her before. I want one more textile or hardware.
You know what this reminds me? This reminds me like you go to the thrift store and you get a bunch of pieces and you find like this really fun little jumpsuit and you cut it up and you just place it around the outfit. You know, it's something that I feel like someone who has an eye for style can go and make on their own.
It's a patchwork project that it's like, look what I did. Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's clean. It's very pretty. We've seen these kind of white shirts, and I think it is a very similar element than the other one.
I agree. What is obviously missing to me is just a zipper and buttons. Like it looks like an unfinished piece that's supposed to have gold buttons here and a hardware here and gold buttons here. If it just had those like ding, 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 then I would be like, yeah, this is a nice, clean, cohesive look.
I mean, it does scream Western, so I think that she's got points in that regard.
It's just barely a ditch to me. It's good, it's clean, but I want a bit more than clean, especially from Belania, who I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I think her work really has a sense of ease to it. I could see so many women in this look, but no, I think I'm going to soft ditch it as well.
Yeah. Up next, we have Ethan slithering down the runway.
This snake.
I love this hat. We'll get to the outfit. This hat is really cool. It gives, and I don't totally subscribe, steampunk in like a good way. Hey everyone, steampunk I'm kind of a vile hater of, but I love this hat.
So I noticed that there was a lot of hats on the runway. Like, I thought it was a risk to have this idea of like, oh, you make it Western by putting on a cowboy hat.
Yeah, and a boot.
You know, but I feel like this look needed a hat to push it where it needed to be. I had these little slivers of leather because of the pattern, and so I just had like some scraps that I kept, and I decided to place them in such a way where they kind of like swept back on the hat, and I think it really pulled the hat together.
Oh, that's what that is.
So they're just like little cutouts that I had from my pattern when I was cutting it out. I found these like tooth earrings that I was like, oh, it's like a crocodile, and I did the same kind of sliver leather, and I put it on the shoes as well, so they were like swept backward, and then that also mimicked the pointedness of the slithering tail behind the piece. I know that I got critiqued for the lacing.
How dare you?
So when I was at Mood, I got burgundy lacing.
Oh, to match that other textile?
To match the underside of the fabric. I laced it up in burgundy, and Christian was like, it looks like a football. No.
A football with burgundy laces?
Well, has Christian ever played football?
Ha!
I couldn't like go back to Mood. I couldn't do nothing. So I went into our little supplies land in the workroom, and all I could find for enough that I needed was black. That's all I could find. If I had enough foresight at Mood to get a bunch of lacing, or if I even had the budget for it, I think I used my complete. I think I went like slightly over. I had to like take some things out for this one, because the leathers were so expensive.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I would have done like a nude or brown.
I would love a
lacing.
deep brown that matches the deepest tone of the leather.
Yeah, so I totally agree with them that
Yeah.
like that would have been the moment, but I just didn't have enough foresight way back at Mood to get enough. It's not horrible.
No, not
Not
at
horrible.
all.
And
I
I mean,
think this is a great outfit. I love the way it trains behind, obviously like a snake. But you got those curves to fit so much, and I think that the breast, especially on that hefty upholstery fabric, looks really good. Was the original cut up the chest like that, or was it wider in the original sketch?
So originally it was a high neck, but as I was draping it, the big alteration that I had to do to make it all smaller, it wasn't working. So I did that cutout in the front, but I think that the cutout is just too small.
It makes her a bit too broad with the negative space here.
Yeah, I agree.
You did a great job at lining up the spacing of the lacing. Like the way
Yes.
it's tight here and then comes out.
Yep,
That's
yep,
a
yep.
great detail that it's those small things that you spend so much time on that people don't notice. Like the only way you know you've done that right is when people don't complain about it.
Yes.
That makes sense?
And my model was just giving me so much love. Just she's like, I've never felt this puss. Just
Wow.
cunty. I really like this look. I would wear the shit out of this. I think it's so cunty.
At the end of the day, this is a stitch. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
Of course.
I'm gonna stitch it. And now we have Antonio.
This is like everything that Antonio does so well in one look.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's great.
The look is beautiful, but the styling is impeccable.
I could see this on any country western pop star
Mm-hmm.
for sure. It's another bandeau top.
Yeah, but this is perfect. The braiding on it, that belt, the fact that he painted the belt buckle, there's a reason for this to be a bandeau top.
Yeah, I agree. I do love it. I think that you could just buy this off the rack.
You could buy a lot of things off the rack, but that hasn't stopped you from stitching in the past. So why now? You just hate twins or something?
I love it. My stuff, I always push the envelope for something's really interesting, really like, So I guess to me, when I'm seeing a look like this, are they rewarding high levels of creativity, or are they rewarding a sense of ease that you could buy?
Well, I think what's true across all good looks is like a cohesion of styling and perspective. And that's done here, like top tier. Every inch of this is covered. It's so thoughtful.
My look, you can't just buy. You know, there is an inaccessibility to it. But I guess I'm sounding like there is ill will against this look. There's not.
I think I understand from like your personal perspective of being an actual person in this room, seeing minimalist designs and ready to wear pieces being applauded while you're trying to really push the envelope doing this thing that you've been brought on the show to do. That's probably so frustrating.
Yeah, because they put all of the easy stuff in the top and they put all of the avant-garde stuff in the bottom.
And I agree. I think this look, though, is exempt because of how fucking great it is.
Yeah. Do you think that Jesus winning over this look is validated?
No, I think production wanted to push Antonio's buttons. At the end of the day, this is my top stitch of the week. Spoiler alert. I love this look. Stitch.
I really love this look too. It's a total stitch.
Up next, we have VJ.
I want to commend that cutting all of that vinyl to create this was a lot of work, you know, and placing it and putting it all where it needed to be. And I want to commend the shape, the body that she got to showcase the body. I think she did a really good job, but I hate it.
Oh, ha.
No, I hate it. I think it's not of the now. I agree with
What's the future?
it's not the future. She wants to move to the future, but she's using a textile that reads vintage.
Maybe she's going for retrofuturism. There are things about this look that I think are commendable. The bodysuit underneath, that's done very well, and it makes her body look beautiful. The styling is just so confusing. Like that cut of a cowboy boot right at the end of the dress.
Like if this was a mini dress,
Yeah.
great. Part of it was like, okay, what if it like went down and it was like a full sleeve of the fringe? I feel like it would move a little bit into disco, but it still would have been cool.
Or if this was like chaps, if it was like on the edge. If
Yes,
it was like
if it was
this almost,
chaps.
on the edge of a pant.
Yeah,
like
just-
chaps.
like a more of a Western motif.
To me, this is a ditch.
Yeah. It's a total ditch. And now we have Yuchin. We all know this look is not it. It's
Good.
But let's talk about some things that we could do to elevate it a little bit.
Let's talk about it.
Listen, so the textile is the problem.
Would you even call it a textile?
No. Christmas, baby. What would save this look is if it moved kind of into like a Schiaparelli energy where like the boobs were the whole horn,
Yes.
you know, and it was a little bit more structured. You know, there was an under corset and it just like became this like bull bustier, whereas a little bit more like push into that like really larger than life. This feels like I'm going to a Western theme party.
Yeah.
And I put on a dress and I just stuck these boobs on because they're horns, you know.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god, your outfit is so fun!" Like, thank you, I did it myself.
Exactly.
I thought
Sad.
Yuchin was a top 2 lock.
I think I know what it is. It's a combination of things, but I think seeing Joan go home devastated Yuchen.
So it's Joan's fault.
I think in a way, Yuchen felt responsible for Joan leaving. His element is streetwear, and then he's flopping so hard in his element, and then he sees someone go home when he feels like he should have went home because he flopped. He's just... And he made 2 of these dresses.
Okay.
He made 2 of these dresses.
That's even more offensive. Why would he do that?
Committed to the idea that
Which
it was
idea?
going to make it work. And I remember on
The idea of a tube dress?
he was expressing himself in the way that he wanted to do things that for him were new, were different for him, that he's pushing his boundaries. It's a combo of exhausted. He's completely out of his element with this theme. And with last week with Joan leaving, he's devastated.
Yeah.
He's not getting that like artistic fire to really hone into what he's really good at, and he came out with this.
I hate to say it, but this is a ditch.
It's a ditch.
Utica, what was your top stitch of the week?
Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1.
VJ.
Antonio.
Antonio. 100%.
Amazing.
I lived.
A very, very, very special mention to Jesus because it was very good. Very good as well.
It was lovely.
But yeah, I think Antonio head to toe
Stormed. It was his
Stormed
best
it.
look of the whole competition.
Absolutely. It was very good.
I can't believe he didn't win. The top 3 is Antonio, Jesus, and Melania, with the winner being called as Jesus, which leaves the bottom 3 as you, VJ, and Yuchen. I don't agree with you in the bottom 3 at all. I mean, I'm sure you also don't agree with that.
No, I agree. I think I tore this week, but why couldn't they just have called me a safe?
Because they make it very apparent that you're 4th place.
They had to let me know.
They told you it was just
That
because
this
of
close
those ropes,
from the
those
top.
strings. If it were me, I think you were a clear top 3. I would just replace you with Melania.
I will say, like, you know, being in the bottom, I really appreciated what they said, and I agreed.
Yeah,
I was
same.
like, well, yeah, that's all I could do in the amount of time. And I really think that I not only did my model good service this week, but I think that I really pushed the boundaries. It was out there, really out there.
You are called safe, leaving the bottom 2 as Yuchen and VJ. I'm actually gagged. La Roche gives maybe the best line of the whole season. You were asked to give us country chic, and you gave us country shit.
We hate the dress. We hate the dress.
We hate the dress.
No, I think that this was a fun episode. Really fun to go back to the roots, see what people's perspectives on Western wear is, and it was a fun one.
But what's even more fun is that girl, your top 5.
I broke the curse. I broke my streak.
Your streaks are still there.
Oh,
check the underwear.
Episode 8
comes out tomorrow on Thursday on Freeform, but you can catch the next episode of The Stitch next Wednesday. And Utica, we can find you everywhere at Queen Utica.
Yes, you can find me everywhere at Queen Utica. And you can find Twink Trash on all the platforms, on the YouTubes. She's been doing incredible work on this show, and she's behind the scenes making the magic happen.
And we'll see you next Wednesday where we find out what's the stitch.
Bang, 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 bang,